Everybody settle down, settle down. Okay, so this part, what we do is this isn't really a Q&A in traditional sense, although I will give you an opportunity to ask anybody anything you want to. But normally what happens is I take a topic that's born from the art. And today the recurring theme definitely seemed to be family. So, as Phil said. So, what I had in mind before we started was I was noticing all this synchronicity, and I just was on the radio talking about it for an hour last week. And there's a lot of that too. And so my question to you guys is, okay, how does your family help you, pull you back, inspire you, put you down,
crazy,
make you, and how does it inform your art? How does your family inform your art? But also, do you believe in fate or destiny? Like, do you believe things are fated, or do you believe that you create your own situation? Because I'm really curious about this. Like, I don't believe there are any accidents. I think that every single thing that happens, including you being here today, I have no idea what it's going to mean, but I think it's going to mean something. I think every single thing that happens. You know, who knew when Tracy walked in the door the first time that she would be bringing me these people month after month after month after month?
Well, Lynn brought Phil.
Well, Lynn brought, well, no, actually, I brought Phil because I asked him at Wendy's.
Don't fight over it.
I brought Phil.
I did.
It was me. Well, actually, Monica brought Phil, but no, and Lynn, you know, and Lynn is going to be reading because I'm sick of this shit, and we're scheduling it. But anyway, it's just an extraordinary thing how one thing can then snowball into so many other things. Yes?
Well, have you ever heard about the law of attraction?
I believe in the law of attraction.
It is.
But that's a little bit of a different kind of thing that I'm talking about, kind of. But anyway, I open it up to you. Who has something they'd like to, yes?
Well, also, Phil kind of brought Phil, because I brought him Jeff Garland's book, and he said, I wrote a book.
There you go.
Why should Jeff get everything?
So you mean all this? Oh, wait a minute, now I'm understanding. So when I asked him the first time and he brushed me off, he said yes the second time because you'd already talked to him in the side about Jeff Garland. I get it now.
I wouldn't brush it off.
I saw Jeff Garland at UCB, the Upright Citizens Brigade. Have you ever seen him?
Yeah.
He gives away bags full of stuff. I just thought, wow, that's his thing. He comes out with 2 grocery bags full of stuff and he says, who needs this? Jeff Garland. Food? No, like stuff, like keyboards for computers and all kinds of swag that people give him.
That's an act.
It made me want to do the same thing.
What did you give us back? Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, sorry. All right, that's okay because we're not going to praise Jeff Garland today.
Reel it in.
We're going to fawn on Phil. Okay, so well, we're going to. Yes, we're going to fail over everybody because, and I have to say, Sonia, you are brilliant. That is such an extraordinarily unique way of approaching a novel. I loved it. I loved everything about you. Bara, Robin, I mean, this has been an extra. I mean, every time we finish, I say, this is the best one. And later, is this the best one?
Yeah,
it's the best one.
It's the best one I've been to.
Yeah, I've been to every one of them. Officially, this is the best one.
Okay, so who has something they'd like to ask, like to say, like to, what? Yes.
I just wanted to ask Phil if he started off doing stand-up.
No, it terrified me. I used to watch a lot of TV as a kid. I didn't know there was writing, producing, directing. I just would watch The Honeymooners, and I fell in love with them, and I just wanted to be them. I wanted to be...
Which one?
Art Carney. I was skinny.
Yeah.
And, I just wanted to be funny on stage. That's all I wanted. Really.
I worked with Art
You did?
on
That's my
stage.
favorite.
He wanted to commit suicide. We were in Vegas doing
Yeah.
a comedy at the Hilton, and he'd come backstage and say, I want to kill myself. And I'd say, Art,
no.
you were great.
Was he doing stand-up or sketches?
No, we were doing 3 Broadway 1-act comedy hits.
Oh my.
And this is, so he was older?
He
and
was older. He
This was
was
after
acting
Harry and
after
Tonto,
after that.
How great was he in that?
And
Yeah.
he was suicide. He's the saddest man I've ever seen.
We heard that he right before he died that he was a fan of our show, and I started crying.
Oh. My mother knows his wife before he died.
Anyway, so that's how. I just wanted to do that. I tried stand up once when I was 19. It was absolutely terrifying.
Well, you're so funny. You're such a great actor, and I didn't know. I mean, just watching you perform. Did you ever think of? I thought, why wasn't he Raymond?
Oh, because no one would pay me to do that.
him, and I thought it's almost like Larry David wasn't in Seinfeld, and now you really see that he was the, like, you know, I always thought there should be a show with you, about you, because you're so hilarious.
Very sweet, but I could never like put myself forward that way. It just.
So we got it. We got to experience it.
Thank you.
I do have a question, and I'm not sure how to phrase it, but they say sometimes about jokes and comics that they're making a joke out of something which was actually very sad.
Yes.
So
Yes, when my parents kept returning gifts, I was very I was very angry at my parents. And the writers would go, "You got to write this one." "No, I don't. It's not going to be. This is a perfect sitcom." I said, "No, it's not, because it's not funny."
do you mean it?
I meant it then.
A joke?
I did mean it.
You did.
How? I keep sending you nice things. What does it take? I got
I
my
want to ask you this. I'm really curious about this, because when my mother does this stuff,
Yeah.
it makes me crazy.
Of course it
I'm
makes us
not,
crazy.
and then I go on Facebook and I make jokes about it,
Yes.
but it makes me crazy. So in other words, your mother does make you crazy.
Yes.
Okay. I thought maybe you were some abnormal person who always thought it was funny.
No, it's funny in retrospect. It's all,
Right,
it's all
right.
funny. And by the way, no one laughs harder than they do.
Oh, that's so
And
great.
there's a scene in the show once where I had Ray call his parents, I think during the Toaster episode, "You psychopaths." And I'm sitting next to my parents, my mother hits my father, she says, "Hey, we're the psychopaths."
Wendy, what do you want
I
to
was just going to
say?
simply add to your question that what Carol Burnett had said, the definition, tragedy plus time equals comedy. I mean, that's what we're talking about. The distance
That was-
was-
But there's some
that
comedy
distance.
writers that tragedy equals comedy. No
You're
time.
right.
Lou Schneider. Just, yeah. Someone you love dropped dead, let's make jokes. Not too soon. Never too soon.
So I mean, I don't want to sound too metaphysical, but it's
You sound
as,
French, actually.
It's as if you were able to raise your consciousness, yours and the people around, and they too. It's like stepping back and looking at yourself and saying, "Hey, this is funny." Not identifying yourself too much if you're able to get out of the character. Or did you understand? No. See, I'm too metaphysical for
No,
you.
I don't understand what the question is, though. Is there a question?
No, she's making an observation
Yes.
It's a statement.
that
Is
it's
this what's
healthy to, right?
therapeutic?
Yeah, absolutely. We always thought whoever had the terrible thing happen to them at home, in the writer's room, that person was going to get to write that script, because not only would they have the best angle on it, but it would be most therapeutic for them. Yeah, then we would all work on it together and try to make it funnier or clearer or whatever. But yes, if you can get something out, and I was speaking to one of you who, who said you use the show as
I mentor a lot of women, and they will call me hysterical about who they're dating, and they'll say, "Hey, blah 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 blah," and I'm just like, "Oh my God, this is just normal relationship stuff." But they don't know, because they have yet to embark on a long-term relationship, so they don't know what it's like to have to live with people being human. They're still in the Disney, and I'm serious, like it's a real serious cusp between Disney and Everybody Loves Raymond. And it's a scary place for a lot of women. And they go, "But he's real!" And it's like, yeah, he's real. And I say, go watch Everybody Loves Raymond, or go read this book. You're lucky you're funny. And I'll say, go look at the sneezing episode. And they go watch the sneezing episode, and they were hysterically furious